to everyone. Thank you for being here today in our YouTube streaming TV Panima. I'm teacher Wong your English teacher. I'm so glad that you could join me today. I'm very excited today about today's topic with the theme people and culture. Relationships are powerful. Our one-to-one connections with each other are the foundations for change. And building relationships with people from different cultures is key in building diverse community. Before we start the lesson, make sure you have yourself. Don't simply typing nonsense in the comments column. Please pay attention. Relationships are powerful. Our one-to-one connections with each other are the foundations for change. And building relationship with people from different culture is key in building diverse community. Regardless of our racial, ethnic, religious, or social economic groups, you will probably need to establish relationships with people whose groups you may know very little about. In these sections, we are going to talk about becoming aware of your own culture as a first steps in learning about other people's culture, building relationships with people from many different cultures. But first, let's talk about what culture is. Culture in Malay, that means budaya. It is a word for the ways of life of groups of people. Culture is the way they do things. Culture is a complex concept with many different definitions, but simply put, culture refers to a group or community with which we share common experience that shapes the ways we understand the world. It includes groups that we are born into, such as race, national origin, class, or religion. It can also include groups we share or become part of. For example, it can occur a new culture by moving to a new region. If you are comfortable talking about your own culture, then you will become better at listening to other talks about theirs. Culture evolve and change all the time. It's come from your ancestor from many generations ago, and it's come from your family and community today. Think of culture this broadly, we realize we all belong to many cultures at once. Do you agree? So, how do you build relationships with people from other cultures? There are many ways that people can learn about other people's culture and build relationships at the same time. For example, you can join a sports team or club, become active in our organization, choose a job, or move to a neighborhood that puts you in contact with people of cultures different than your own. If you think about the people you see and interact with every day, you may become more aware of the cultural differences that are around you. They might want to share with you about their culture and correct your misinformation. Go to meetings and celebrations of groups whose members you want to get to know, or hang out in restaurants and other gathering places that different cultural groups go. You may feel embarrassed or shy at first, but your efforts will pay off. You may feel peoples of a cultural groups will notice if you take the risk of coming to one of their events. If it is difficult for you to be the only person like yourself attending, you can bring a buddy with you and support each other in making friends. At these events, it is important to participate, but make sure you do not become the center of the events in order to lift up the voices and actions of the people. Asking questions can help you learn about peoples of different culture and help build relationship. People are usually pleasantly surprised when others show interest in culture. If you are sincere and you can listen, people will tell you a lot. Don't forget to care and show caring. Malay, Chinese, Indians, and many other ethnic groups have lived together in Malaysia for generations. All these cultures have influenced each other, creating a truly Malaysian culture. Malay. The largest ethnic groups in Malaysia are the Malays, Chinese, and Indians. Orang Asli are the native in Peninsula Malaysia. In Sabah and Sarawak, they are ethnic groups with their own unique culture and heritage. In Malaysia, the term Malay refers to a person who practices Islam and Malay traditions, speak the Malay languages, and whose ancestors are Malays. The Malays are known for their gentle mannerism and rich arts heritage. The second largest ethnic group, the Malaysian Chinese, form about 25% of the populations, mostly descendants of Chinese immigrants during the 19th century. The Chinese are known for their diligence and keen business sense. The smallest of the three main ethnic groups, Malaysian Indians, form about 10% of the populations. Most are descendants of Tamil-speaking South Indian immigrants who come to the country during the British colonial rules. Moved by the prospects of the breaking out of the Indian caste system, they came to Malaysia to build a better life. They brought with them their colorful culture, such as ornate temple, spicy cuisine, and exclusive sari. The largest ethnic groups of Sabah populations are the Kadazan Dusun, the Bajau, and the Murut. The Kadazan Dusun is the largest native groups of Bumiputra in Sabah. They are also known as Mamasok, which means original, or the terms Kadasan, which means people of the land. Dusun means farm or orchard in the Malay language. It has been suggested the term Orang Dusun was a term used by the Sultan of Brunei, who was a Malay, to refer to the ethnic groups of inland farmer in present-day Sabah. Bajau. The Sama Bajau refers to several ethnic groups of maritime Southeast Asia. The name collectively refers to related people who usually call themselves the Sama people. They usually live a sea lifestyle and use small wooden sailing vessels, such as the Belahu. Some Sama Bajau group native to Sabah are also known for their traditional horse culture. Murut. Literally, Murut means hill people. The Murut were historically headhunter living in longhouse settlements on hilltops for cuisines. They are mostly shifting cultivators and hunter with some river fishing. Those of Murut origin speak 15 languages and 21 dialects. Look at these beautiful young ladies wearing their traditional costumes. You can see from the left, the Iban lady is wearing baju burung, whereas at the right is the costumes for the Kadazan Dusun. I'm sure you can recognize the sari, baju kebaya, and chongsam. Even now, ladies are fancy with songket and nyonya style too. This is the latest fashion which come with Islamic design. Malaysia is rich with multiracials, famous with their own unique dance culture. Kuda Kepang is one of the traditional dance which is performed by Malay. This dance is called the Kuda Kepang because its performance feature the mock horses made from rattan. Sumazao. As the word representations of native Sabahan culture, the Sumazao is performed during the Tatau Harvest Festival in May. Mapunati Bamboo Dance is another popular dance from in Sabah. Mapunati is also known in other parts of the Southeast Asia regions as the bamboo dance. Traditional Malaysian instruments are the musical instruments used in the traditional and classical music of Malaysia. Gendang. Gendang is usually played during the special occasions such as during the wedding, opening or closing ceremonies to welcome the arrivals of the guests. Chinese ancient instruments. Guzheng. Guzheng is one of the Chinese ancient instruments which is now still played by people, but you can only hear these kinds of performance during the concerts or Chinese school orchestra. Indian traditional music instrument such as Indian drum. Indian usually will play the Indian drum during the special occasion, a temple, or during the wedding ceremony. Sokoto or Sapota. Look at it. It is a mouth organ made from a crown with bamboo pipes in northern Borneo. It originated in the states of Sabah and it is played by Kadazan Pusun and Morot. Do you see these types of traditional instruments before? If you need the chance to visit to Sabah, get the experience to try this. Food culture. Yes, this is our favorite food. Nasi lemak. Okay, nasi lemak, literally fat rice, is comprised of coconut rice, prawns, fried, fried coffee, peanuts, cucumber slices, and ayam rendang. There might be variations with regards to the accompaniment, but the rice, cucumber, and peanuts are pretty much staple. Nasi Kerabu. These famous Malaysian rice dishes is distinct for its blue rice, which is served with fried chickens, eggs, and fried keropok. Asam laksa, rice noodles served in a sour tamarind broth with macarons and vegetables garnishing. It prompts a heat in the back of your mouth thanks to spicy taste. Hainanese chicken rice. Silky chicken served on a bed of rice that has been cooked with chicken broth to deliver the ultimate chicken flavor. Roti canai. This light flatbread bread is a staple in the street side mamak of Malaysia, A serving of chana is accompanied by three dipping sauce of varying levels of spiciness. Those who are not fond of chili are advised to try this roti with an beans dal celebration. Different races and religions will celebrate different occasions, with more than half the country comprising of ethnic Malays who follow the state religion, Islam. The most important festival in Malaysia is the Islamic New Year celebrations of Hari Raya Al-Fitr. During the Muslim during the Muslim early in the morning to visit the mosque, thank God for the blessing they have in life. Later in the morning, they gather with their families to seek forgiveness and receive green envelopes of money from their elders. Selamat Hari Raya is the traditional greeting used. It means Happy Hari Raya. Another common greeting is Maaf Jahit dan Batin, which means I seek forgiveness from you. Moreover, many delicious Hari Raya food will be served, such as ketupat, which is a rice cake made to be eaten with some rendang, lontong, or lemang, and many more. Lion dance. Lion dance is synonymous with Chinese New Year celebrations, as the lion symbolizes courage, determination, and resourcefulness. Therefore, when someone watches lion dance performance, it is believed to bring good fortune. Angpao or red packets are traditionally handed out by married couples to their parents, single adults, and children during the Chinese New Year celebration as a token of good fortune and blessing. It is said that there is no extra amount to put into the angpao because the meaning behind giving out angpao is an as a gesture of blessing, not a transaction. Did you know that the practice of eating isang and tossing isang into the air while loudly declaring auspicious wishes during Chinese New Year is only done in Malaysia and Singapore? Shocking, right? The salad has exposed with varieties of colors and flavor, including red and green radish stripes, orange peel, and even the use of cinnamon. You will also find a soft spot for family togetherness in the reunion dinner during Chinese New Year celebration. The concept of a reunion dinner comes as family members found it difficult to return to their hometown more than once a year, as they all live in different parts of Malaysia. Therefore, Chinese New Year was the only time when they would make the journey home for a reunion. Nowadays, it has become a tradition for family bonding over the eve of Chinese New Year. During the stroke of midnight, firecrackers and fireworks are set off to scare away evil spirits and as a sign to celebrate the coming of the new year. They all lit in front of houses and stores so that the evil spirits are scared away from the loud cracking noises. Firecrackers are also lit up the streets during the parades and lion dances. Diwali or Deepawali is Indians' biggest and most important holidays of this year. This festival gets its name from the robe, awali, of clay lands, pipa that Indians light outside their home to symbolize the inner lights that protect them spiritual darkness. This festival is as important to Hindus as the Christmas holiday is to Christians. Day 1, Indians will clean their home and shop for gold or kitchen utensils to help bring good fortune. Day 2, Indians will decorate their home with clear lamps and create design patterns called rapongli, rapongli on the floor using the color powder or sand. And for day 3, on the main day of the festival, families gather together for Rashmi Puja, a prayer to goddess Rashmi, followed by mouth-watering feast of and fireworks activities. Day 4 of the Diwali. This is the first day of the new year, when friends and relatives visit with gifts and wishes for the season. And the day 5 of the Diwali, brothers will visit their married sister who welcome them with love and a delicious meal such as samosa, muruku, aloo bonda, and many more. Next, we are going to talk about traditional games such as top spinning, gasing. Top spinning, gasing is one of the traditional games which is famous among the Malay. But now this traditional game is replaced with Beyblade. Beyblade is a line of spinning tops originally developed by Takara, first released in Japan in July 1999. Kite flying, flying the kite, flying the wow. Wow is a traditional activity during the leisure time. It's now replaced with this latest electronic gadget. Look at it. What is this? Can you recognize this? Drone, which is the new toys for nowadays kids. It is the fast changing world of technology. The evolutions from 2009 to 2019, 10 years. From flying the kites to controlling the drone. And the last one is language. Getting to know better about people's culture, we need a good language communication to avoid any misinformation. From just a simple sentence of apa khabar, vanakkam, hello, ni hao, can enhance our relationship with another races with different culture. When you meet an oppa, You need to start your conversation with "Annyeonghaseyo." Nowadays, Malaysians are not only speaking Bahasa Melayu, Mandarins, or Tamil, or other dialects. They also speak Manglish. Manglish is an English base spoken in Malaysia. The vocabulary of Manglish consists of words originating from English, Malay, Hokkien, Mandarin, Cantonese, Tamil. This is information from Wikipedia. Just look at the picture. They speak Rojak language. Wei, macam, you want to makan here or tapak. There is another example. Mama, yamcha is the one of the example of Manglish. Mama with the definitions, the coffee shops. When you come to coffee shop, then you think about, when you come to the mama store, you think about roti prata, roti canai. Yamcha with the definitions to hang out with your friends at the mama store or at the coffee shops over a drink or two. For example, bro, let's go yamcha at the mama. I got story to tell you. So, students, before I end my presentations, I would like to share the task for today. It is about my culture. You need to use your own information to fill up this diagram. At the middle, you have to write down your name, apostrophe S, culture. For example, Chinese, apostrophe S, culture. Then you have to write down your information in the diagram given. For example, you have to write about my celebration. For example, for me, I'm going to celebrate Chinese New Year. Language, in Chinese, a Mandarin, Bahasa Melayu, or Tamil. My religion, Buddha, Christian, or Islam. My traditions, and talk about your dress, your traditional costumes, how I dress, or where you live, or where is your hometown, what I play, what is your favorite game, and talk about what is your favorite food. At the right column, you have to write a small descriptions about I am special because. I hope my presentations just now can help you to complete this task. Once you have finished, you can hand in to your English teacher. I sincerely appreciate your attention today, and I end my session with a quote. Never judge someone by the way he looks, or a book by the way it's covered. For inside those pages, there is a lot to be discovered. Thank you. And stay tuned to enjoy these colorful pictures.